Section number 3, anatomy of a viral video. Why some videos go viral and others don't. And so there's a few things that all viral videos have in common. And from personally uploading over 1,000 videos that have gained over 1 million views, I've analyzed every single one, and there's some key elements that all of them share. And it comes back to the YouTube algorithm. Videos that go viral have elements that the algorithm favors. They don't just go viral because you got lucky or the algorithm likes random videos for no reason. And the algorithm follows the audience. So in order for that to happen, there must be an audience in the first place. Your video has to have mass appeal. And so as mentioned in section 1, YouTube's algorithm cares about 4 things in this order. Session time, right? Ensuring YouTube users stay on the platform and have a good experience. Watch time, how long users spend watching a specific video. Audience retention, that's the percentage of the video people watch. So if they watch 5 minutes of a 10-minute video, the audience retention would be 50%. And click-through rate, right? How many people click the thumbnail out of the total impressions. So if 100 people saw it and only 5 clicked, the click-through rate would be 5%. And so how do you actually increase watch time on your videos so that viewers will stay on the platform longer, right? Which increases session time. Well, how do you catch a fish? With a big pointy hook, right? And don't be boring. Keep your intro short, just like I showed you guys. Let's go back to the example here. As soon as this video starts, boom, he's already into the first story, right? Wasted no time. And it's the first thing people see when they click on your video. Anything that can keep people watching longer than the first 5 seconds, that's really all you need to win them over. It's absolutely critical that you hook people within the first 3 to 5 seconds and get to the point as soon as possible. And you want those first few seconds to line up with the title and thumbnail. Let me give you an example here. So if we look at this video, most useless mega projects in the world, 36 million views in only 6 months. And it actually got the majority of those views within the first 2 weeks. But you see the thumbnail? It's a giant road and it's empty. Most useless mega projects in the world, and then they see this giant road, it's completely empty. And look what happens when you click on the video. Get rid of the ads. Literally, the first 3 to 5 seconds of the video is the thumbnail. Right? It's exactly what they clicked for. So boom, these people are hooked in. They're ready to watch the whole video to get what they clicked for. Right? And the most common reason people drop off at the beginning is because the first few seconds didn't actually meet what the viewer was expecting to get from the title and thumbnail. Right? Think about it like a bridge. The bridge is the first 3 to 5 seconds. And if someone sees an interesting title and thumbnail, but there's a terribly built bridge, then most people aren't going to try to go across and finish the video, right? You have to have a well-built bridge if you want people to go across, and a video is the same way, right? Here's the viewer, they see the thumbnail, they see the title, they're in, right? They want to try to go across this bridge, but if those first 3 to 5 seconds don't match what they were expecting from the title and thumbnail, they're not going to go across that, right? They're not going to go to finish the rest of the video. And so just put yourself in the shoes of a new viewer who's never heard of your channel before. You want to make the best first impression that you can possibly make, with every new video being your best one yet. And you have to start the video off being congruent with the title and thumbnail. Otherwise, people aren't going to give you the time of day. And let me play this one just again, because this is a perfect example. When this video was first published, it actually got majority of these views within the first 2 weeks for a good reason, right? So if we go back and look at the thumbnail, right, you see this giant empty road, most useless mega projects in the world. When you click on it, look what happens. Boom, first 3 to 5 seconds, they see exactly what they clicked for. But it doesn't tell them too much to where they're like, oh, okay, I got what I clicked for, now I'm going to leave. Right, it hooked them in. And so how did it actually hook them in? We're going to go over a few different types of hooks that you can use. The first one is a visualization/curiosity hook. And this is where you're getting the viewer to imagine something to make them curious. Right? An example, just imagine making $28,000 per minute. Right? And then there's an open loop hook. This is where you're sharing something that leaves an open thought in the viewer's head, and the only way for them to close that loop is for them to keep watching. So an example would be, what's the best kept secret the ancient Egyptians don't want us to know? Well, today we're going to be answering that question, right? So they hook you in, and then today we're going to be answering that question. So they don't tell you right away. They say, we're going to be answering the question, so you got to finish the video. Third hook is a power question hook. It's a simple yes or no question. And if they say yes, which most people who click the video will, as long as it's, it matches the title and thumbnail, they're going to watch the entire video. And an example of this is, do you want to learn how to fall asleep in 30 seconds using this simple trick? Okay, and if we watch this video here, they use a power question hook.
Do you know that there is a capital city that was built for millions of people but remains practically empty?
Right, and the power question hook, they don't have to say yes to the question. This one is the example on here. Do you want to learn how to fall asleep in 30 seconds using this simple trick? Right, that example, if they say yes to that, then they're going to watch the rest of the video. But this one uses no, right? If somebody says no, then they're going to watch the rest of the video. Like, no, I didn't know that, so I'm going to keep watching the video. Fourth hook is new perspective hook, giving people a new way to think about something. An example would be, there's no such thing as a good or bad memory. There's just a trained memory and an untrained memory, right? And these are the four hooks, and I highly encourage you to remember these, as these are the difference between videos that get 30 million views in 2 weeks and ones that don't. Because when you can hook people like that, and the first thing that they see when they click on the video, it matches the thumbnail and title, instant success, right? Instant success. And so how many of you all have watched TV? Probably everyone here, right? And so just think about how many times you were in the middle of watching some show when all of a sudden, right before something good happens, a commercial comes up, right? Well, the reason that happens is because they have a similar goal to keep people watching. And low quality compilations don't cut it anymore. Like I said before, the trillions of views generated on YouTube every single day, they aren't from robots, they're from real people, just like you and me. They don't want to come on here and see some garbage trash video. They want to see something that's entertaining, something that's interesting. And people will notice if a creator has gone the extra mile to put in extra effort into their video, or if they just got lazy and didn't care. And so make people feel like they're watching a TV show or a movie, right? Make the quality as good as you possibly can. And that doesn't mean go make a 3-hour-long video, but it does mean go through, put some effort in so that it actually makes a noticeable difference. And again, put yourself in the shoes of a viewer. The next time you're on YouTube watching videos, pay attention and see what hooks your attention, what keeps you watching, and why. Because there's no need to exhaust yourself and try to reinvent the wheel. There's so much content, so many successful videos that have already gone viral that you can use for inspiration. It's ridiculous. And so while having top tier quality content is important, it's also important to not get caught up posting so many videos that you sacrifice quality. And so an example of this would be this channel right here. I mean, they haven't even uploaded in a year. But look at the views. 62 million views. 36 million views. That's insane. On the other hand, this channel, Brightside, they upload multiple videos a day. Right? Like 6 videos a day. But they're also doing really well. So at the end of the day, it comes down to how much you can balance. You should always focus on quality rather than quantity. And so now that you understand the importance of watch time and how important it is to have the first few seconds line up with the thumbnail and title, what percentages should you actually be aiming for? Well, like I said, I've had over 1,000 videos get over 1 million views, and every single one of them had at least a 60% average view duration on a video that was 10 minutes long. And the click-through rate was at least 6%, and a lot of times it was even 20%. But none of them were any lower than 6%, none. And a common question I get asked, well, how long should the videos be? Because there's channels that upload 20-minute videos, some channels upload 5-minute videos, some do 15-minute videos. What's the sweet spot? Well, sometimes shorter content will actually be easier to break into the algorithm with. And the reason being, let's say someone sees a video with the same thumbnail and same title. One video is 8 minutes long, the other one is 25 minutes long. Most people will actually click on the 8-minute video because many people aren't going to want to spend 25 minutes watching a video. They might be busy, they might be in a rush, and they're going to be more susceptible to clicking on the shorter video. So when you're first starting out, when you're first growing your channel, I would focus on videos between 8 and 12 minutes. And once you kind of start to pick up some growth, then you can start making them a little bit longer in the 15-minute range. But they got to be at least 8 minutes, right? If they're shorter than 8 minutes, it's not going to work. And also, if they're 8 minutes long, YouTube will actually allow you to place ads in the middle of the video. And so, got to be at least 8 minutes. Once you start to pick up some views, I would try to cap it around 15 minutes. Anything over 15 minutes, it can kind of be tough to go viral. Just because people don't want to spend that long watching a single video. Nowadays, people's attention span is ridiculously low, especially with things like TikTok coming up. People are just mindlessly scrolling on these short videos. People don't want to watch a 20-minute long video anymore, right? And so, what about audience retention? How do you increase that? Well, one way that I use is abruptly ending the video. And think about it for yourself. How many times have you been watching a YouTube video and you hear them say, "Hey, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe and like the video for more." When you hear them say that, you immediately know, okay, that's the end of the video, and you leave, right? Do you ever stay through and watch that? No, of course not. And so when 99% of people leave 5 to 10 seconds before the video actually ends, it can really lower the audience retention. And so let me play an example here. Let's go to this Mr. Nightmare video. Let's go to the end of it. Boom, done, right? He doesn't sit there and say, "Well, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel," right? Don't do that. That's the death of so many videos. And another way to increase audience retention goes back to the hook in the beginning of the video. If you hint that something is about to happen and you say, "Keep watching, you're not going to believe what's at the end of this video," then people are curious. They're like, okay, well, what's at the end of the video? And most of the time, they're not just going to skip straight to the end of the video. They'll actually watch through the whole video. And you can see people like Mr. Beast using this strategy as well.
Make sure you watch the end of the video because I have a special surprise guest that will blow your mind.
Right, so somebody who has 100 million subscribers is using that, then I would use it on your videos too. Right, and you can even leave a pinned comment that says, "Watch until the end. I can't believe that actually happened." Right? Just something to make people curious. And so increasing session time might seem like the exact same thing as increasing audience retention, but audience retention is just for specific videos. Session time is how long each user spends on YouTube. And so to increase that, what you can do is at the end of the video, you could say something like, "Click here to see even more scary pizza delivery stories part 2. Right? That's it. Don't say anything else. Never say all the typical, that you hear a lot of people doing. "Thanks for watching, everyone. Blah, blah, blah." People will leave, right? Nobody sticks around to listen through all that. And so you're going to miss the chance to increase your audience retention and session time. And you always want to keep the ending very, very short, right? No more than one sentence. Don't even include any words that even hint that the video is coming to an end, such as, "Well, that's all for today." Right? You never want to give them a heads up that the video might be ending soon. Another way that you can actually implement, promoting another video is with a creative transition. So, and there's one thing that Jeff Bezos had that John Rockefeller didn't have despite all his money, and that's access to watch part 2 of this video. Or there's one thing even scarier than all the ghosts in this video, and that's what it would be like not to watch another one of our videos. Right? And that's something that we found works really well. And so the subscriber to view ratio is another way of keeping people on YouTube. So basically, people will subscribe to your channel, and if they keep coming back to your videos, that gives YouTube a signal that the viewer, keeps coming back to this channel, so it must be pretty good. And that's going to give you a significant boost in the algorithm. And I always like to give viewers an incentive to subscribe. Like you could do a giveaway, or say subscribe for good luck, or just by creating good content and asking them to subscribe in the middle of the video right after something good happened. Because it seems like every single YouTuber begs everyone to subscribe at the beginning of the video, and that's wrong. People aren't going to subscribe to you if you haven't given them any value, right? Why would they? They haven't even watched enough of your video to even know if they would want to subscribe. So why even bring it up in the beginning, right? And you have to be different. You got to be better than the competition. You got to set yourself apart. And that's one way to do it. Don't beg them to subscribe as soon as they click on the video. And increasing your subscriber to view ratio also comes back to, if you look at the channel Tech Zone, all of the videos are about tech, right? They're about tech gadgets, tech inventions. They're not posting videos about scary stories or fishing. It's only one thing, right? So when it's only one thing, your subscriber to view ratio is going to increase. And so that's going to do it for this section, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the